Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. New reviews all the damn time here on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the anniversary edition of an album that's a little over 40 years, but this reissue came out last year, celebrating the second album from this American band from Long Island, Virgin Steele Guardians of the Flame, the anniversary edition. Now, some may be saying, well, Pete, that was not the original album cover of Guardians of the Flame. That is true. There it is right there. Yeah, I would have... See, I kind of like this. It's very kind of like fantasy looking. I would have loved to have they put that on the cover. But I get with the reissue campaign on a few of their albums, they're doing some different things. And yeah, it's fine. So this, believe it or not, I know I've talked about this recently. In all these years, and I'm from New York, I never listened to Virgin Steele. They're one of those bands I always wanted to get to, but you can't get to every single band, and better late than never, right? So I've been ordering and picking up some Virgin Steele stuff. Should have a good, healthy selection of their catalog, and I'm really looking forward to diving into it because I really like this a lot. Let's take a look at this. This came out on SPV Records. All right, Steamhammer over in the UK. It's an import. It's a fully jacked up reissue. Not only do you get the original album, you get some EP tracks, some bonus stuff, alternate takes of things, a cover song, sort of a cover song, right? Let's take a look. All right, so we have guys in the band. We pop the there's the original lineup of the band, which I will get to in just a second. Very cool booklet here, I might add, with lots of information and photographs on this album and what the band was doing at the time, full lyrics. More photos, some cool live photos, right? More live photos. So, like I said, this is the original, what some may say is the classic lineup of the band, but this lineup did not really stick around for too long because founding member Jack Starr on guitar left after this album or after the next album, something like that, very shortly after this. So Jack Starr on guitars, David DeFeece on vocals, keyboards. He also produced the album, Joe O'Reilly on bass, and Joey Avazian on drums. Also engineered the album, Jerry Comito and Alvaro Falcone. So Virgin Steele, again, as a kind of a newbie to this band, but I've always known they're one of the original kind of power metal albums from here in the States. This is very much kind of classic metal meets power metal, very grand, majestic, heavy metal. Lots of great melodies, great vocals. He's a really, really good singer. I think one of the things that impresses me the most on this album is David is a bona fide star on the vocals. Really, really good. Great guitar work, good amount of keyboards, right? So it's got that kind of like power metal thing going on. Very grand, majestic, symphonic in spots. But there's some pretty heavy stuff on here as well. There's some more kind of straightforward metal on here. It's like a little bit of everything. So what do we get? So the original album... for those of you who know this album very, very well, there's a lot of really great tracks on here. Don't Say Goodbye Tonight is a great opener. Just sticks in your head. Great chorus. Good, heavy song, but it's very accessible. Everything on this album is pretty accessible. We got Burn the Sun, which is a total metal blazer. Absolutely love that. Life of Crime, really good song. One of my favorites on side one, along with the Don't Say Goodbye Tonight. Really good. The Redeemer, another maybe darker, heavy one. Over on side two, you got Birth Through Fire, which is a quick little instrumental that leads into the title track, Guardians of the Flame, which is incredible. It's just about 7 minutes long. Very good, epic, heavy metal / power metal, whatever you want to call it. Really, really good stuff. Metal City is up next. That's just a good, straightforward metal rocker. Really like that a lot. You got Hell or High Water's really good. Go All the Way is terrific. And I really like A Cry in the Night as well. Like I said, all this stuff is really, really melodic. Really, really excellent. And then you get some interesting, and Cry in the Night, that's another one of my favorites on here. Just really, really good track. What a vocal, what a chorus. We've got some extra stuff from the EP, and I don't exactly know what the EP was called, but you get Go Down Fighting, which is a really, really great track. You get Wait for the Night, which is terrific. So memorable. That fits right in with the rest of the album. Just so good. Then you got a cover. I guess they did a cover version of Desert Plains by Judas Priest on another album or another EP, or included it somewhere else. Not quite sure. But this is an alternate version of them doing Desert Plains. It's really good. It's one of those things, it's Desert Plains, but they kind of put their own spin on it. Really, really strong. He's no Halford. He's just got a different kind of voice. So at times he's kind of reaching on it a little bit, but I think musically it works really, really well. You get Dirty Blonde Angel. That is a new bonus track. Again, I'm not really sure exactly where that comes from. I'm not that big on that. That's kind of light. It's okay. It's nothing spectacular. And then they do the Heaven's Door Suite, which is another new bonus track, which is basically a reworking of Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan and a couple other little Dylan things all put together and kind of like a mashup. But it's almost like they're trying too hard to sound like Guns N' Roses, especially him on the vocals. He's just trying to do the Axl Rose thing. Doesn't really work for me. But the rest of this is great. Really, really good. So I would highly recommend this. I know the first album also has come out in a similar deluxe anniversary edition. I'm kind of waiting for that. And, they've got all these other albums, which a lot of people deem as just classic U.S. metal, U.S. power metal. Like I said, I got a bunch of things on order, so I'm looking forward to them coming in and diving into the Virgin Steele catalog. I always knew this is one of those bands that I would really like once I finally gave them a chance. I've been trying to do it for years. Ironically enough, I actually had a couple of Jack Starr, Burning Star. That's the band that he put together after he left Virgin Steele. Because I was living on Long Island at the time, and I remember picking up a couple of his things on cassette. And I always kind of liked those. But they were on cassette. Those are long gone. I never bothered getting any more of those either. And Jack has done all sorts of things. He's done some blues stuff, but he never came back to the band. They have kind of carried on without him from way back when. And so I'm looking forward to hearing the stuff without Jack also to see how that is. Because I've heard, The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. There's two parts, that, and a couple other two-parter albums. So that's all coming in, and I'm looking forward to it. So Guardians of the Flame, the anniversary edition from Virgin Steele. Check it out. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 star. Really like this album a lot, and it's got some cool bonus stuff on it as well. So as a overall package, well worth your time. If you're a fan of Virgin Steele and want to go check this out with all the bonus crap, very good. If you've never heard the band, this is probably a really good place to start. It's my first place, and I really like it. So, go check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options, all down below. Thanks in advance for all your support. It's always greatly appreciated. For all of you who do, we recognize you, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Don't forget, Hudson Valley Squares happening tonight. 1985 Heavy Metal Battle Royal. 1985 albums from Celtic Frost, Savatage, Accept, Armored Saint, Wasp. Those are the ones. So The Last Command, Metal Heart, to Megatherion, Power of the Night. What's the last one I'm missing? And Delirious Nomad. Those are the albums. So we're going to have a full show for you, ranking those, picking a winner. Stay tuned. Till tonight, I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.